Both firms are heading to the ground, and the police are out in force. As the bad blue boys arrive at their end, the police are wary of any last-minute attempts at an ambush by the tall cedar. Inside the ground, the crowd were coming to the boil. The riot police stand by as the two groups exchange pleasantries. Throughout the game, various missiles are thrown towards the pitch. Firemen struggle to cope with the constant barrage of flares. And when a fire is started in the Dinamo end and the police intervene, the lads from Zagreb dedicate a song to the other boys in blue. It's a totally different world out here. You just can't imagine this being allowed to happen at a game in England. For this kind of behaviour, they'd have all been pinched and banned. And while all that was going on, a football match took place, which had 3 penalties, 8 bookings, a sending off, and ended 2-2. But by the usual standards of this match, it was a quiet one. Not much trouble, just 30 tall cedar and 9 bad blue boys arrested. Split was certainly an eye-opener. I couldn't believe that this peaceful place was home to such a violent firm. By now, the bad blue boys were back home in Zagreb, a couple of 100 miles north of Split. It's the capital of Croatia, and it was where I was off to next. The difference between Split and Zagreb is like 2 different countries, to be honest with you. I mean, very cosmopolitan, hustle, bustle, you know, chaos. You know, Split's like Marbella, it's chilled out, nice. You know, this is like what you'd expect from a capital, I suppose. It was another beautiful city, but I wasn't here to see the sights. I was here to meet the firm who were formed over 20 years ago in 1986. And since then, they've been causing quite a stir.
Golden rule is to support team 90 minutes. And if it's necessary, to fight for that club.
Here they are fighting in Milan in 2000, where they went on the rampage against the Italian police.
Dinamo Zagreb is not a big European club. It's not a famous like some English or German clubs, but it's our glory.
This incident resulted in over 50 arrests and more than 50 injuries on both sides.
We are proud that we are supporters of Dinamo Zagreb.
So when it comes to letting the players know they're not happy, they don't bother moaning on a football phone-in. They believe actions speak louder than words.
A few times we smash their cars and we give them a few punches, you know, just for like a yellow card, you know.
So what happens when the players deserve a red card?
We decided to go to the training, 50 of us, masked, and we took off their shirts, pants, everything, because they didn't deserve a shirt of Dinamo Zagreb.
And when Croatian president Franjo Tuđman, who was also the club president, made the mistake of changing the name from Dinamo to Croatia Zagreb, they set fire to his director's box.
This has been burned in 1993, and some of our lads didn't know what to do because of the changing the name of the club. They burned all this. It was...
Eventually they got their way, and the name was changed back to Dinamo.
It was good.
Effectively, they run the club. And when I went to see them play, I got an idea of where their power comes from. Bogdan and the Bad Blue Boys agreed to allow me into their stand, but it had been touch and go for a while. Cameras weren't allowed onto the stand, so we could only film from pitch side. It was first versus third in the league, but what shocked me was how few people were there. The Bad Blue Boys had come out in force, but there was hardly anyone else in the stadium. And as for the Vartex fans, they might as well have come in a cab. I realised why the Bad Blue Boys have so much power. Despite their antics, the club needs them, because if they weren't there supporting the team, nobody would be.
I've never experienced nothing like it in the fact that constant singing.
For 90 minutes, Bogdan made sure everyone on the stand was in full voice.
Stands at the front with his back to the